Alright guys, we're back in my garage for another video. If you're new to the channel, I use these videos to help keep you updated on the latest developments related to our cars, as well as discuss technical topics so that we have a better understanding of how our engines work. So if you're interested in more videos like that, be sure to subscribe. There will be a lot more coming out in the future. So today we're going to be talking about the new MHD Universal Wi-Fi adapter. I think this is something that kind of went under the radar. I saw a couple places announce it, but I don't think people really understand how much of a benefit this is. So I actually got one from BimmerECU Solutions, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about it a little bit so that you can understand really why this is a game changer. I definitely recommend ordering from them, so I will have a link down in the description if you guys are looking to buy one. He's going to be able to provide you with the fastest shipping, and currently it has the best pricing that I've seen out there. So definitely take advantage of that if you guys are interested in getting the solution and you want to get going quickly. So I think when this universal adapter was initially announced, people didn't really think anything about it because they assumed it was just like all the other adapters on the market, or maybe people just assumed it was some other Alibaba Wi-Fi adapter with a new sticker on it to brand it as MHD. But this is actually an adapter that was designed in-house. MHD is one of the few tuners that tunes across multiple platforms from E-Series all the way up to G-Series vehicles. So that's why they've always offered several different adapters depending on the platform that you're using. Each platform has a different method of communication to the DME and the transmission. So that's something that you really need to be aware of before flashing your car, because if you don't get the correct Wi-Fi adapter, it won't be able to communicate to the modules that you're trying to modify. So the older cars that communicate to those control modules over CAN use the orange Wi-Fi adapter from MHD, whereas the newer like F-Series and G-Series vehicles use eNet, and those use the black adapters. However, there are also some G-Series vehicles and Supras that need the orange Wi-Fi adapter if you want to use like XHP or some other transmission tuning that communicates over CAN. So in some cases, you actually need two different adapters in order to communicate to the different modules on your car, depending on what you're trying to do. This universal adapter completely eliminates the need for all of that. It communicates over CAN, eNet, and even K-Line for some of the really old E-Series cars like before 2007. So this covers everything that you could need. It actually works with, of course, MHD, as well as XHP, BimmerCode, pretty much all of the different software and tools that you could use on your phone in order to connect to your car and change whatever settings you want. So I'll show you guys how it looked when I connected it to my car. I have an F32 440i, so it communicates over eNet. All I had to do was connect the adapter to my OBD port, and when I connected to it on the Wi-Fi on my phone, it automatically detected that it was an F-Series car that communicates over eNet. So you can see it actually names itself as an eNet adapter, and then I can connect to it and flash my car over MHD's tuning. Now, this will work for any vehicle, but sometimes the firmware will need to be updated. So it's recommended that you download the MHD app, even if you don't use it for MHD. Just go to the last section where you read your DME codes and attempt to do that. And if you need to update the firmware, it'll kick on right there for you to update it, and it should be able to flash it directly to the adapter. You can just keep the app in the background, whether you're using it for other tools or not, and you can check it anytime you plug it in to make sure you have the latest firmware. So I think this is just another cool feature that they're able to basically update the firmware and update the software so that you can always have the latest and greatest capabilities with this Wi-Fi adapter. This adapter is also faster than all of the previous ones that you've seen on the market, up to 30% depending on the communication protocol. It works with Android and iOS, so none of that will cause any interference or issues. Sometimes people even saw interference when driving next to 5G antennas and things like that. This eliminates all of those problems and will give you the fastest and most stable connection with your phone. And another nice thing, if you didn't notice, is no password is needed. So nothing to remember. It just connects as if you had it already set up for your phone. One final feature that's a nice little touch is it does have a sleep mode. So the adapter can tell when it's plugged in when the car goes to sleep, and it actually goes into a reduced power consumption mode. So this will prevent it from draining your battery, even if you leave it plugged in all the time. Sometimes when I get in my car with an adapter plugged in overnight or over several days, it'll actually throw the warning for excessive power consumption. So it's nice that this gets rid of that. Although I will say that on some later model G-Series vehicles, as well as Supras, you will have to disable the alarm for that in your coding before it'll work without an issue. So yeah, I think overall this is just like a really innovative product that's coming to the market. I'm really excited to use it on my car. I've used several different adapters and all of them work, but the ability to use this one even on my E-Series vehicles, and knowing if I upgrade to a G-Series car, I can use it for both DME tuning and transmission tuning is just a really nice option to have. So hopefully if you guys are in that boat trying to carry multiple adapters or trying to figure out which adapter will work for which car, you now know that there is an option that just simplifies that whole process and will work with any BMW that you own. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope this helps. And if you have any other questions or comments, leave them down below.